It's a new era, a new season, and a new outlook for Las Vegas.
It all starts with competition. I mean, you're either competing or you're not.
There's just some teams where it means a little bit more. There's just some teams where the NFL's better when they're crushing it.
With a new coach and GM at the helm, the opportunities are endless for the Raiders this draft season.
The most important thing is we just get started. What happened in the past is in the past, and away we go.
Armed with a fresh page to write a new chapter in silver and black history.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So buckle up, Raider Nation. It's draft day.
Let's go. Raiders Nation, let's go, baby.
Draft day is here. The countdown is on. Draft day is here. The countdown is on, and our eyes are on the Raiders in round one.
This is a live picture from Green Bay, Wisconsin at this hour as we wait to see who the silver and black will select tonight. Thank you so much for joining us here on Channel 13. I'm Joe Moeller.
And I'm Abel Garcia. We are live here today from the Raiders NFL Draft Watch Party, and you can just see the excitement. We have so many fans here. Joe, I have to say, we messed up. We should have brought our swimsuits as well.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Well, we have complete team coverage of this tonight, the draft party here, and we also have Taylor Rocha and Nick Walters over at Raiders HQ, and Alex Eschelman should be live tonight at Maxx Crosby's watch party, which is happening at Resorts World.
Now, before we get to them, of course, we want to explain just the excitement behind this. The Raiders fans are out here tonight. A lot of them getting some of that delicious food. You can smell it from here, Joe.
Yeah, we got food. The Raiderettes will be hopping on stage here in just a short time, doing a live performance, so it's definitely going to be a party here at the Palms tonight where this event is happening.
We are super, super excited. I mean, you've been covering the draft for so many years as well. It's always an exciting time to be out here and watching this local team in action. Right now, we want to send things over to our Taylor Rocha and Nick Walters. How's it going over there, guys?
Well, it's finally time when we can end the conjecture, the guessing, the postulating, and see where the dust settles in the NFL draft from Green Bay.
Definitely an exciting time for Raiders fans. We're finally going to see what direction this new era is heading in with that first draft pick in the Spytek and Carroll era.
There is so much intrigue surrounding this year's draft, and the silver and black could go a number of different directions with their 6th overall pick. The most popular pick for the Raiders at number 6 all spring has been Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. The Heisman Trophy runner-up could bolster a run game that ranked dead last in the NFL last season. Pete Carroll's history of running the rock and leaning on a workhorse back makes Vegas a fit, and GM John Spytek might value the running back position enough to pull the trigger that early.
It makes him so special to where he might be
careful.
more into one of those picks.
I mean, we just saw Saquon Barkley just change the Eagles in one year. I don't know where we got to a place where we don't feel like running backs are valued.
Jeanty could see his number 2 in silver and black.
I think it's well known by them that I'd be a great, fit as a person and player.
The quarterback position needs to be supported in every way possible so that they can be as effective as they're able to be. The running game is a huge element of that.
If Jeanty is off the board, or if Spytek prioritizes a more premium position, the Raiders could beef up the trenches with an offensive tackle. If LSU's Will Campbell is taken, Missouri's Moeller Armand Membu could plug right in at right tackle, adding protection for Geno Smith.
That starts with the big boys up front, and I think you can trace that back to my playing days at Michigan.
Outside of Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, this Raiders offense is void of playmakers. With Heisman winner, hybrid wide receiver cornerback Travis Hunter expected to be off the board, Arizona wideout Teteroa McMillan would add a big-bodied target. If Mason Graham slides past Jacksonville at 5, the disruptive Michigan defensive tackle could pair with Maxx Crosby and Christian Wilkins to form a D-line to be reckoned with. Dark horses at pick 6 are versatile Georgia outside linebacker Jalen Walker, plus a pair of Texas Longhorns in tackle Kelvin Banks Jr. and corner Jahdae Barron. Well, barring a last-second trade in this year's NFL draft, all 32 teams are entering with their original first-round draft picks, marking the first time this has occurred since the common draft era began in 1967. And Taylor, I think I speak for all of Raider Nation when I say I cannot wait to see what the Raiders do in the first round.
I know it's draft night. Anything can happen. But, hey, don't get too comfortable with that whole no trades thing, because the Raiders could certainly shake things up. Again, they could shake things up. Now, they hold the 6th pick, but that, of course, is subject to change. According to team executives, the Raiders could trade back That tracks with the team being linked to a wide range of prospects, from Boise State running back Ashton Genty to Missouri tackle Armand Membu and Georgia linebacker Jalen Walker. The thinking? They're comfortable with a cluster of guys, not locked in on one.
We're excited about the players at a lot of different positions, and I think the cool thing is they match up with some of where Coach and I think that this team can get better, and that makes us feel good because it feels like we can get good players across the board that are going to help our team this year and then years to come as well.
While Geno Smith's addition signals it won't be a QB at 6, the door is still open. Carroll-Spytek didn't shy away from the possibility of adding another.
Anybody that can help us at that position in particular is going to be, up for consideration. You guys have all done your investigative journalism well enough to know that we've brought some quarterbacks in, and that wasn't by accident by any means, and we remain open to the most important position in sports to get right, and we're super excited to have Geno here, and we continue to expect him to be here for a while, but you can't have too many of those guys.
All right, so it's a draft that lacks some star power, but that's okay. The Raiders can still find value, maybe even more value if they do decide to shake things up. I know we're really excited for all of the things that may happen on draft night. Truly anything can happen. And so I know that right in this building behind me, the War Room is going to be nice and ready for this draft. But also I know that Raider Nation is super locked in as well. And speaking of Raider Nation, our coworker, Alex, lovely Alex, is at a fun watch party, Maxx Crosby's watch party. Alex, what's the energy like out there?
Taylor, thanks so much. I wish I could bring you, Nick, Joe Abel, the whole Channel 13 crew to this party. Why? Because Maxx Crosby just walked in. Oh, you can also hear the Black Hole members, some of them, already having a good time, awaiting for the draft to start. We're here at Resorts World at the 8 Cigar Lounge. This is kind of set to be the after party of Raider Nation's current party at the Palms, where Joe and Abel are at right now. Why? Because Maxx Crosby, he is here. He's doing his podcast, The Rush, in just a little bit. We're hoping to hear from him and get his thoughts on this upcoming draft, as well as his offseason and more. But just such a good energy and a good vibe going on here at Resorts World, and we'll continue to keep you updated. Hopefully we're going to be able to talk to some Black Hole members as well in the future. Their president is going to be here shortly, and we're hoping to get him on the show. But I'll toss it back to you guys. All right, guys, we will be right back after this. Thanks so much for tuning in to our draft special.
Hey, so if you like watching grown men cry, I have just the show for you. It's called the NFL Draft, and it airs tonight on ABC, right here on KTNB. But seriously, those guys getting that call is life-changing. I get full-body chills every time.
It's something that they work their entire life towards. And Taylor and I got the chance to reminisce with a couple Raiders in Jackson Powers Johnson and Trey Taylor about the moment their phone rang and the silver and black were on the other line.
Draft night, what do you remember most about that moment?
We're looking up on the screen. I get a little buzz. I look, and it says Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey, we're on the clock right here. We're ready to select you, and we'll make you a Las Vegas Raider.
Thank you so much.
You ready to go?
Yes, sir. And it just hit me. It's like I got taken out of my body, and I was just like, oh, like this is like really happening. I'm really going to the NFL. Yeah. And it was a surreal moment, and I wasn't so much so happy for myself. I could just feel the people around me on how proud they were of me.
Woo! Raiders.
Tried really hard not to bawl my eyes out.
How successful were you at that?
I did pretty good.
Okay.
I did pretty good.
Just a couple tears?
Just a couple of tears. And yeah, I got drafted. It was such an amazing night.
Taken with the 223rd pick in the 2024 draft. What was that like to be?
We're going to select you right here.
Oh my God.
It was everything, you know. I know what type of work I put in every day to get to this point. There's still a lot more to go achieve, but, man, all the sacrifices that I made along the way to kind of get here, you know, I got really emotional because nobody else sees the work in the dark. And I was really appreciative that, you know, the Raiders took me. I was just blessed to be here, super blessed.
I can't wait to see more prospects have their dreams come true tonight, and some of them will be Raiders.
Right, and Pete Carroll and Carroll-Spytek are probably so excited to make that call, really setting the foundation for this new regime. But Nick, again, there's so many people that the Raiders can take. There's not really a bad pick in this first round, but here are some of the names that you should know. Maybe there'll be a future Raider by tonight. As you can see on your screen now, Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty, offensive tackle Will Campbell, offensive tackle Armon Membu, Texas offensive tackle Kelvin Banks Jr., and Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham. All right, Nick, if you had to bet your whole life savings on who the Raiders are going to take today with their first-round pick, who are you picking?
Well, if you asked me any time from January until April, I would have said Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty, who was the clear consensus expert leader to be the pick. But the winds have shifted in recent days, and who knows, maybe Jacksonville at 5 or someone trading up would take Jeanty. But regardless, either way, if Jeanty's on the board or not, I think the Raiders address the trenches and try to beef up at the line of scrimmage. You just saw in the Super Bowl the Philadelphia Eagles with that formula taking down the Chiefs, and they may try to replicate that here in Las Vegas. So look out for Armon Membu and my personal prediction, Texas tackle Kelvin Banks Jr.
That's right. It's not necessarily a sexy pick, but you're right, Nick. It's definitely what this franchise needs. They just need to continue building that really steady, stable base. So I kind of like that, Nick.
Exactly.
Good job.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Hey, Alex, who's your pick? Who do you think the Raiders are taking?
Great question, guys. I'm going to go. I've talked to a number of Black Hole members here at Resorts World at Maxx Crosby's party. A lot of people are saying trade back. They're saying Ashton Jeanty. You guys have already brought him up. And pretty soon here, any minute, we're going to get Maxx Crosby on the show. Hopefully we can hear what he's thinking. I don't know how much he'll disclose, but those are the two common answers that we're hearing between trading back and or Ashton Jeanty at 6. And we are going to go to Abel and Joe. Guys, I'm curious as to what they think.
Oh, well, we think there's a party here.
It's a party here.
Yeah.
They always send us to the best spots, but I'm like, listen, why are you sending chaos to chaos at the Palms?
I know, this is a little bit of
Who
trouble.
did this?
I want to step out and get everybody a look at this real quick. I'm going to have our photojournalist sort of zoom in here real quick. Let's step out. Take a live look here
right
at the Chaos Pool. You can see the crowd of people. These are fans, season ticket holders, invited to the official draft watch party here at Chaos at the Palms. You know, last time I was here here for a different reason.
It's a great time. You know what? I've been walking by talking to some fans who are actually coming here locally, but other fans who are coming from all over the country as well for this Raiders NFL Draft Watch Party, which is so exciting that we leave here, Joe, and we can actually see this in action as well.
Yeah, a lot of people are curious to see what's going to happen tonight with a new GM and new coach. And a lot of people here we've talked to say they're curious as well. So a lot of Raiders fans here. I've talked to people at these parties. Last year I talked to somebody who moved here to Las Vegas and comes to this party every single year for the Raiders. Like, she moved here for the Raiders.
And you were just telling us you've interviewed her almost for 3 years now straight, which is so exciting. What else does she tell you when she comes out to these events?
Oh, she loves it. She loves going out here, meeting all the other Raider fans, and you know, just watching the team. And she's hoping that they can do better this year. And so we'll be catching up with her a little bit later today as well.
That's incredible. And it's so exciting. I mean, that's the best part about this. The opportunity for us to come out here, get to talk to locals, get to have a really good time is what it's all about.
So this is your first time at a Raiders draft party. What do you think?
This is my first time at a Raiders draft party. And let me tell you, this is amazing just to see the turnout, but also how they turn this place into the ultimate Raiders party is epic. From the food to the music, and hopefully we get to see those Raiderettes, but I want them to teach you some dance moves, Joe.
I know, we will. I'm going to need the help. So that's for right now. We'll be right back after this. We'll have much more coming up.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our NFL Draft Special here on Channel 13. I am here with a man who needs absolutely no introduction, star defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders, Maxx Crosby. Max, a lot to talk about. However, today is obviously draft day, and I want to get your thoughts on the 6th pick. We've been doing some predictions. Who you got?
It's hard to say. I think, honestly, there's so many guys that are, there's so many great players in this draft. And, for our team, we have a few needs, and it really just depends on how everybody, picks before us. So I trust the guys in the front office, obviously Tom, Mark Davis, everybody included, John Spytek and all them. So I'm really just relying on them. I think they do an incredible job, and I know it's the first draft, so they're going to be dialed in and ready to go. So really excited.
What is that one quality, that one need that you are hoping to add to your locker room?
I think it's just guys that love football, guys that are dogs, guys that are willing to put their everything out there on the field and leave it all on the line. Those are the type of guys we're looking for. I know that for a fact, and I feel like we got the right people out there searching for what we need. So it's going to be interesting.
Any thoughts on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, that's another big question mark. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I truly am extremely excited. Anytime you get a new regime, it's the kid in me. It comes out because I get to sit back and this is my team, obviously, and I love everything about what we're doing, and I love Coach Carroll as well, and they just have so many winners in that front office and as coaches. So I think they're going to do an incredible job, and I'm just excited to see who we get because, we're trying to win. That's all that matters at the end of the day, so bring in winners, and we're going to have a good chance to win.
Speaking of the kid in you, I have been watching you have so much fun giving hugs to the Black Hole membership here. How much fun are you having here at Resorts World, and why was it important for you to host a draft party?
Well, first off, Resorts World, 8 Lounge, they're like family to me. They always treat me great. Giuseppe, he's a big part of putting this on. He's the owner of 8 Lounge, and just the people here, they're incredible. So being with the fans, obviously, is extremely important. I wouldn't be here and be in this position without them, and they're there every single Sunday, cheering us on. So it's an honor, and just being able to be with the community and be with all the Raider fans is always a blessing.
You mentioned you want to win. Congratulations on your contract extension, being a part of the administration at your alma mater, Eastern Michigan, of course. Just tell us about this offseason for you. Oh, and also, gotta ask, how's the ankle feeling?
Yeah, it's been an incredible offseason. It's been a lot. First off, the surgery, it's unfortunate. But just really, since January 1, just manifesting an incredible year, an incredible time, and just a shift in energy and just focus on what really matters. And that's my circle, my family, the ones closest to me, and focus on what I want to do. And that's be the best in the world at what I do. And so that's been my focus. I've been locked in, like always, but even at a higher level. And I don't even know what that is, but every year I'm searching for that. And I feel the best I've felt in a long time. And obviously having a lot of surgeries over my career, it can get taxing a little bit. And me, I don't want to miss a practice. I don't want to miss a workout. And so that was really tough to deal with last year. So ever since that happened, I just mentally putting your energy in the right place and staying positive is manifested to where we're at now. And it's April, and having a new contract, staying with the Raiders, and having a new assistant GM job, and building my new house, all those things that come from manifestation and just in outworking everybody around me, and just trying to be the best version of myself in every way. So yeah, I truly believe in that. Power of manifestation and outworking the crowd is going to get you to where you want to go.
Max, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. We're excited to see who your team picks the next couple of days. Appreciate it. We're going to toss it over to Nick and Taylor at Raiders HQ.
Hey, Alex, great job getting that interview. I learned so much from Max just in those few minutes, as I'm sure you also did at home. And the kid in me and also the adult in me is also really excited for this new era. It just seems like the players are so pumped to play for Pete.
Yeah, we'll see if Las Vegas adds to Maxx Crosby's defense at 6 overall with someone like Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham or Georgia linebacker Jalen Walker, or maybe they go on the offensive side of the ball. But look, the Raiders have had 3 coaches in the last 3 years. That means 3 entire cultures, 3 different staffs, and that means that this locker room is at a different mindset through those years. But I got to catch up with Trey Taylor, the safety who was drafted last year by the regime led by Antonio Pierce, and he says he's seen firsthand how the culture has already changed with new head coach Pete Carroll calling the shots. It's a new day in Las Vegas, now with Pete Carroll here in the building and off-season training beginning. How have you felt this be different and maybe the start to a new winning culture here?
Yeah, everything is a competition, you know? Like, you can't walk into the meeting room without having a little snippet of what the real deal on the field thing is going to be like. You feel the competition in the rooms. I mean, that's a real deal thing. People say, just compete, baby. That's all I feel. And it's making all of us better day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute that we're together.
At their pre-draft press conference, both Carroll and Spytek emphasized drafting players not just for their talent, but for their character and what they do off the field. Taylor, so exciting. It's almost time for the NFL draft, coming up minutes away.
Speaking of exciting, I'm going to send it over to my friends Joe and Abel with the wind blowing in my hair. How's it over there at the Palms, you guys?
All right, here's a live look at the NFL watch party, the draft party here at the Palms. You know, we have the VGK game coming up tonight in about an hour's time on Channel 13. And also,
of course, stay tuned and make sure to stay with us right here on Channel 13.